Thank you, Clutch. Thank you guys once again. Game number 2 will be on Entombed Valley. The players are ready. The countdown has begun. You guys excited?
You know, Entombed Valley is the special build map. You have 3 easily defendable bases, but the distances are really small. We've seen a lot of Reaper expands, which I know you just like.
I like
you
Reaper
love the
Expand.
Reaper
It's like my
Expand.
favorite. I'm so excited for Reaper Expand and Heart of the Swarm. You have no idea. I read those patch changes. I was like, oh my god.
It's starting to become Reaper don't expand. You just build nothing but Reapers. Well,
It just becomes Reapers.
this is, I mean, it's an excellent map for any range of strategies: early aggression, early expand, early Banshee tank play. It all works here on Entombed Valley.
That's exactly right, guys. As we can see, TSL, Polt, and Liquid Hero loading it up on Entombed Valley. So much at stake here, guys. The winner advancing to the grand finals. The loser relegated to the 3rd place match. Either way, we'll see them both tomorrow.
Whether it be Heart of the Swarm and Reaper only play, or in the grand finals.
That's right.
In the top right, currently up 1-0. Known for his PvZ, but in the last month, he is building an incredible Protoss vs. Terran reputation for himself. It is Liquid Hero.
His play has been incredible, but so too has his opponents. Down in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, the Blue Terran, undefeated through the regular season, undefeated through Season 4. It's TSL Polt. Loving that we're seeing Polt here in the top 4, Sean. He's been a phenomenal Terran player for a long time. He rose to prominence when he won the GSL Super Tournament, the World Cup $100,000 first place prize. Nobody really had heard of him before that.
Yeah, it was really funny when Polt won the GSL because he very quickly just disappeared
Yep.
into smoke, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah,
I remember
Polt."
that guy.
I remember because it's like people trying to count trophies because like MVP and Nesty each have like 7 and MC has 4 or something. But who's that other guy? Oh yeah, Polt. And then he started attending foreign tournaments, performing really well, has just an incredibly great attitude, really fun in interviews. Started to build himself up a huge fan base. And then, months after that, started to just play incredibly in GSL, foreign tournaments alike, crushing everyone. Always been just such a strong contender.
I really feel like the Polt that we're seeing these days is the best Polt of all time. I spoke with him at the beginning of Season 4, and I said, Polt, you've kind of been off the radar for just a little while. Tell me about where you are mentally. And he said, you know, there was a time when the metagame shifted to a place that he wasn't comfortable with, and it took him a long time to relearn StarCraft. But he said at the beginning of Season 4 that he was back and that he was going to go far, and here he is, top 4 now of the North American Star League. What is this? What is this sneaky probe?
Oh my gosh. Where there is a probe, there is a pylon, assuming the player is Liquid Hero.
Crouching probe, hidden pylon.
Rockin'. Looks like Polt will be doing the engineering bay block, and now let's go back and count the chrono boost. This is one of likely 5. There goes another one. Oh gosh. You know, you normally don't check for pylons in your main base unless you're playing on the North American server. This is something that you've just stopped doing as a player in the modern era. But I mean, Hero consistently goes for it, and it's a 4-gate.
Here it is. It's not the first time he's done it in this tournament, Sean. And this probe is still completely unbeknownst.
Again,
Polt.
to emphasize, here's one of those players that after you watch him play, you think, I should get on the ladder.
I should do this. I should 4-gate.
All I need to do, and you just have fantasies about your pro managing to get that Reaper jetpack and hop up onto the high ground.
There it is.
Oh, this could be a brutal game number 2.
Clearly, Polt has absolutely zero vision of this. He's going to drop a second pylon on the low ground. That's just brilliant. That way, even if this first one gets spotted, he still has the opportunity to warp in.
Now, a 4-gate is not an all-in play. He can double expand behind this. The maneuver there is to warp in a grand total of 5 Stalkers to pick off SCVs with 1 shot at a time.
And there's plenty of gas, plenty of minerals. That's exactly what we're going to see. 3 Stalkers warped in immediately and 1 Zealot.
So now he has a grand total of 5 Stalkers. The 2 Zealots will charge in first, or he might just wait and warp in a bunch more.
Yeah, one more wave, I think, is what we're going to end up seeing, as this is still completely... Polt has no idea. This is the last thing I think he's ever going to expect.
Oh gosh, Polt is just, he's completely in the dark. He sees the Stalker. This is nice if he can actually pick off one of those Stalkers, then his Stalkers will not be able to one-shot. But right now, Hero's looking real good. Oh,
bunker!
No! Get in the bunker!
It's never gonna work. The bunker's gonna die, and no!
That is the worst feeling ever. Hero storming up the front.
Polt,
He needs to lift.
Can't
He
even
doesn't
raise the
lift them in
depots. The
time.
Zealots have stormed the front, and Hero is absolutely commanding this game right now.
Oh gosh, Polt has to pull off almost all of his SCVs. Only has a few mining gas. Hero building another pylon. You don't even need to do that. Hero, the humanity, continuing to barrel in. Shortly on his way to 2-0 in this best of 7.
Polt is trying to bunker up. Polt is trying to do something, but the Stalker count is too damn high. SCVs falling rapidly. 9 workers remain.
Oh gosh. Can he micro enough?
No, Sean, there is no amount of micro. The bunker will not even be allowed to finish the SC. Well, no, it does finish.
Quickly
but it's not gonna matter.
salvage, get the money back. No, the
I
Zealot.
want a refund. GG gets called. And just like that, Hero leads 2-0. Oh,
Now,
goodness.
I will say, I'm sure this has happened to everyone on the ladder. When you end up losing a game like that and you immediately go, time to cheese the guy in the next game. But Polt can't do that. He needs to buckle down.
Let's hear what Rotterdam and Zoe have to say as they are both in the back on the couch.
Thank you very much, guys. I now have Rotterdam joining me here, and let's talk a little bit about the games, mostly, of course, about the first one, as there was quite a lot going on. And what was your personal highlight of the first game?
I think once more that Hero, this is something that Hero has continuously been doing in the last series. We saw against Tasia, we saw him do it at DreamHack as well. No matter how big the army is that's heading to his base, and I think most pro players would always feel like, I need all the units that I can possibly get right now to deal with this army. Hero always warps in a couple of Zealots around the map, always just runs them across the map, even though you would feel like, man, you need every unit right now to hang in there. He still sent those 6 Zealots to the third base of Polt, killed so many SCVs, delayed the mining process, and that is really like, once he stabilizes the defense, he doesn't just stabilize, he's immediately ahead because he killed so many SCVs on the other side of the map. And I think that's crazy that Hero just keeps making the right calls, that he knows that he can somehow get away with warping in those 6 Zealots and running them across the map. I think that's crazy. It just shows really, really great game sense.
Yeah, in general, the first game was like, it looked like a very much back and forth to begin with, and I actually thought Hero is way behind, as Polt just continued putting on that pressure and splitting his army thin between the bases he had. And then for some reason, Hero just pulled it back off. And I think my personal highlight was that one snipe off of that warp prism where he dropped his temper and then still managed to get that storm out. Like, how unbelievable fast was that, please?
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, even if I would group my units, I wouldn't be that quick, and he just has them in a warp prism. The warp prism gets sniped, somehow he unloads it, and he drops the storm immediately. Like, the High Templar is already dead once more. Like, I don't know how Hero does it. I think we should take a look at that PC or something, because
yeah,
it's
definitely.
kind of ridiculous.
That was just sick. Like, really, really nice to watch. And I just can't wait for the third game to come. And yeah, there we saw it again.
It's just absolutely awesome stuff. And game 2 once more. I mean, 4 gates and stuff are normally not that entertaining or that super exciting, but Hero just keeps picking the right moments to do this kind of build. Because there's a reason, guys, why we don't do that anymore. That is because Terran players are able to defend it. But Hero is just so unpredictable, and that makes it so hard to play against him. You saw Tasia's just kind of clueless of knowing what kind of build he has to do against Hero. And so far, Hero has Polt's number as well. But after all, this is a best of 7, guys, so I'd say anything is still possible.
That is very right. And we will see what is going to happen next in the third map between those two guys, so stay tuned.